Okay. Hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, seems like it. Hello, greetings, salutations. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome to the finally big debut day. If there's anybody watching out there, live from the archives, it's none other than me, the voyager of the unknown, lover of the obscure, and the friend to the forgotten. Star Jettison, Angel Star of the Star Jettison, at your service. Well, most of me, if I can actually get this thing to work. Eh, well, anyways, it's a debut day, and you can probably see I am there. This is actually one of the new layouts we're going with, and we are, and I'm showing off the new background. And I did say, hey, I do love me some good space stuff, so this is actually what I was going for. As we navigate through the forgotten, and that is cyberspace. This is where I usually navigate and discover the forgotten and lost medias. It's all data out there somewhere. We just gotta search for it. But I think it's about time I showed off the model. And all we have to do, hopefully, is it. I think I'm moving it. Okay. Yeah, I am still moving. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of an issue right here because the screen doesn't want me. Hang on, I'm going to try something. Ah, there we go. Hey, there we go. I moved my feet. Pretty cool. These are my new kicks made, and I'm actually working on actual official ones in the for the summer. In case you're wondering, they are pretty. I'm still trying to get used to the whole green screening, but hang on, let me try adjusting that. Nope, that. Nope. Okay. Don't want to be fully invisible. Okay. That's probably the best I can do. No, it's still a little clunky. Sorry about that. Don't want to turn into a ghost. Ah, here we go. There we go. That's more like it. So let's scroll down. You can see my kneecaps. And there are my hands, and this is the design I'm going for with my pants. It's a pretty cool design, honestly. I do like the neon cyberpunkish feel, but we're not at the best part yet. I've got my jacket. I've got, check it. I've got a cool new hands. This is just basically the layout structure. Gonna probably shorten myself down. And you can probably see the really cool vest and jet going with the hoodie. But don't want to spoil that one just yet. But we are going to be. But I will show the face momentarily. Just want to see. You guys want to say hi in the chat or or get any thoughts on the model? No, I do this thing myself, but I'm not really the best at it. I will admit. I mean, beats paying for extortion and possibly getting ripped off. True story. But I guess it's time to show off the face. Lo and behold, ta-da! Pretty cool, eh? This is me, Star Jettison. The Star Jettison at your service, ladies and gentlemen. With one of the interesting mouthpieces I have never really seen a VTuber use unless I haven't checked all of them. It was not easy trying to adjust it this way, though. But it looks like it's working just fine. And I knew I wanted to do something different with the mouth because I'll admit I don't like the lip flaps sometimes, and heck, the eyes were actually a little bit of an issue as well. Well, I mean, last model, I had cross eye in two different situations by accident, but now they completely work well with the mouse because they can't really work when I'm wearing sunglasses, glasses, or goggles. Upside, though, this is probably what I'm going with for stream situations. Alright, but it does look like I'm a little bit more see-through. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Oh, too dark. There we go. Oh no, I'm disappearing. I'm joking, obviously. Opacity, no. Okay. Yeah, I never understood why I can never get the green screen to work properly on my end, but I think I found. But I think this is probably the close we'll do. So, what do you guys think of the new model layout and all the like? It's pretty slick, though. Peter picked a pile of pickled peppers and placed them in the. Well, I was thinking of something. I couldn't think of any good tongue twisters. But I guess it's about time. Of course, it has some of the old stuff from my debut or from my previous layout, including this little bad boy. So games can always come and go. It's in that. You can kind of say I'm using that tiny little monitor right there in the center, my starship. Which is basically what the Star Jettison is. It's the ship that now helps me navigate. Hey, lost media. I'm still trying to get. I still don't know how to do like button save settings, so everything will basically be more sort of like in this situation. See, and of course we've actually added a lot of other bells and whistles, as you can probably see. And of course, I can also have. Oh no, that's not it. That's it. We'll get to that momentarily. But I also want to show the end card. So the original opening one is the same one as from my previous model that I showed off, but the end card is actually slightly different. The other one was just basically me exhausted. This one's just me. This is basically the outro thing I'll be using for videos and the like. And that's actually all I gotta really show. I mean, I do, of course, do have the stream element stuff. So, unfortunately, though, we can't use anything or everything. Like, for example, no emotes, mostly because I can't have them because not affiliate. No, you can't tip yet because not affiliate. Can't do, but we do still get raids and the like. So, if you ever want to raid, hey, it's of course go to twitch.tv/starjettison as per usual. And I really hope you guys are really interested in seeing more of this. We're going to be doing actually a lot of good games. Some I'm actually playing with friends, and hopefully I can invite more guests on, talk about obscure media. Everything just be chill, calm, cool, and relaxing. But I think it's about time we actually talked about something that we are going to be doing since I don't really have anything else to talk about. So let me just turn off the static. Ta da! As part of the debut, recommended, since I uploaded a video on my channel, we are going to be doing a Smash tier list on who I'd like to see join the battle. This is mostly personal opinion, so you take it with a grain of salt if you want. And this one, I believe, this one I actually saw Pizza Doom use. It's the one made possible thanks to Source Gaming, if I remember correctly. I've got basically a rank for every single one of them. Oh, and I messed up already. I'm so I basically also made the adjustments for the what kind of tier that which goes where. So this is still personal opinion. So we have the highest one, basically my most wanted characters. This is basically a biased opinion of mine. Basically, the characters I'd love to see most wanted or definitely need to be joining the roster. Then we've got Newcomer, which is characters I think are guaranteed a spot to join the battle in Smash Brothers. Like, we will see them. Should join is characters I think that should be in Smash Brothers, but I don't know. But there might be something that's probably in the way. Maybe next game are characters I don't think are ready just yet, so it's going to be some time before they join. Echo Fighter are characters who could literally just be the echoes of other characters, so moveset wise. It's like, if you can't think of a creative. Like, these are not every character, I think, but assist trophy are characters I will say shouldn't or can't really work as characters playable, but assist trophies will be happening, and not happening are just a personal opinion of mine saying like these characters I don't think can't make it to Smash Brothers because there's probably something against them joining. Remember, this is all completely opinion, so you guys can do this on here. There are tons of different ways you can have this entire everyone's got their opinions on who should join the battle. Oh, but whatever floats your boat. So I guess we're better to begin than the beginning. And we've got quite a lot of characters in here. There are a lot I'm generally hoping to expect. Woof. That is a lot of them. Well, I guess we'll just work our way from the top to bottom. Um, so I guess we'll start off with Toad. Toad and Captain Toad. This is actually going to be a really interesting opinion, but Toad I think would be a newcomer, and Captain Toad newcomer, and regular Toad as should be join the battle. The reason is because mostly Toad and Captain Toad are two totally separate characters, and Toad's already kind of an assist in some way. Hey, but either way, Toad I think should be a Smash Bros. Character. I mean, he is also in the Late Gaming Legacy, and Toadette Echo Fighter. This will also include alternate characters. Peachette would definitely be Echo. Now, when I also say Echo, I also mean like alternate skins as well. Like Peachette, it could be like a 9th or 10th skin, which I think makes sense. Nabbit's been getting really popular, but I don't know whether or not the Mario U stage will come back, so I'm gonna say maybe next game. Like, I don't think Nabbit's ready yet. Like, I think that we need some more time to actually. His character needs to be fully more developed. He's invincible. Well, he steals things, though he helps out the Mario gang from time to time. Birdo's a pretty interesting opinion, though. I don't know. Birdo's really interesting. Okay, this ain't. I'm gonna. I know some people would think Birdo would be a good Echo Fighter for Yoshi, but nah, I don't really see it. But I don't know. But I think Birdo's probably another next game character. But I think she has higher priority than. I think she would have higher priority than Nabbit. Shy Guy, in my personal opinion, should join the battle. For one thing, there's not really much Yoshi representation in the series, as there's not really a lot of characters you can pull from Yoshi. And I think Shy Guy is more a Yoshi character than he is a Mario character. Because it's his first official Mario debut, because as Mario 2 was originally Doki Doki Panic, Shy Guy made an official debut in the Mario series in Yoshi's Island. So, and every time there's a new Yoshi game, Shy Guys are always the major antagonist, are like basically the Goombas of that series. So, Shy Guy is definitely in that high priority. Wart? Okay, Wart. Honestly, I don't think Wart's happening. Wart, I mean, yes, he did get a 3D model, but the thing is, Mario 2 is also like one of this really weird things. It's really hard to really tell what you're going to do with the series. And it's really hard to really place Wart as he's only known for specific moments in the games, but unless he gets like, and yes, I do know he was also in Link's Awakening, but that was more of a cameo thing, and the whole in the basically the whole dreamscape situation. But unless there's a way for them to use, I don't think it's happening anytime soon unless he's major antagonist material. Oof, we're gonna have some controversy over here, and I do want to say Waluigi I could see playable, but the thing is, Waluigi's never been in a mainline Mario game, and as much as people love Waluigi, the only reason he existed is just so they can have a rival for Luigi. Though, ergo, Waluigi would be a little higher than these Peachette and Toadette, but I don't know if Waluigi is d- different enough to become his own personal character using only the minigame stuff and go karting. Though I do like Pizza Dude Man Guy's moveset on the tennis variant of Waluigi. That is actually really good. And if we do that variant of Waluigi, I would put him on maybe like on Newcomer or Most Wanted. But if he does come into Smash, and besides, I've been wrong on a lot of things before, and I would be actually excited. Okay, Kamek should join the battle, and I think would be above Shy Guy. A lot of people know Kamek or Kamek, depending on how you pronounce it. Don't really care. There is another one of those Mario characters that are mandatory and also is best represented in the Yoshi series. Also, Magic Koopas first appeared in Super Mario World, which is also where Yoshi first appeared. So they kind of have this. So you can kind of see why there's a bit of a rivalry between them. Should I don't know if he'll be the next character, but other than F Zero, it's the only other series from the original Smash Bros. Lineup to not have another secondary character. Okay, and this is also another bit of a hot take. Guigi, I think, would be higher priority Echo Fighter wise than Waluigi. Because for one, Guigi is Guigi. It's pretty, and it's also you could also use whose abilities based off the Luigi's Mansion and adjust his stats a little. It's actually pretty interesting to see what we would actually do with this character. But if they do an original moveset, I'd actually be curious to see what could be possible. I've done an Echo concept on him, and I do plan on bringing that back. King Boo. Oh boy, he's definitely one of my most wanted characters. I love Luigi's Mansion. I've played all three games. I don't have the HD version of 2. I got it on the 3DS. I might get the HD version if anyone's interested in me watch me to stream that on Halloween. But King Boo is important to the another important Mario character, and I'd say is a definite priority. A little more than Toad, but it's definitely an important choice to add. Though this one's actually pretty interesting. Grape from Princess Peach Showtime. I'll generally admit, I don't know. I'd say maybe next game. Like she's still a fairly new character, and I feel like those little guys from the game actually Princess Peach Showtime would be better choices considering they also have like little star characters that do the same powers as Peach. And basically, Stella could probably work with them and switch them into different fighting styles. I don't know. I didn't put them in the poll because I didn't know what to really do with them, and plus her attacks are pretty limited unless she does a lot of stage show stuff. Spike. Ooh, this one's a pretty interesting one. I did put Foreman Spike in my poll, but I can see him working as a character. But for now, I'm gonna put him under assist trophy unless they do something more with him. Mallow, I've done an assist trophy already. I feel like he's not as priority as another character I know a lot of people want, and that is Gino. And yes, Gino is definitely another one of those characters I think should join the battle, but I'm gonna put him. Hmm. I'm gonna put him between Kamek and Toad because he should join the battle. And Mario RPG's HD remake was amazing. First time I got to play it, did a whole playthrough. Not 100%. Like I didn't do any of the extra bells and whistles that people really wanted to talk about. But I understand why people love Gino now, even though I will admit he doesn't have a lot of personality. He's just like, help me get these things. Thank you. I must go. My planet needs me. Boop, 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 boop. But anyway, Paper Mario needs to be in Smash Brothers. This has been something. This is one of my most. Paper Mario has always been one of my top 10 characters for as long as I remember. I loved the original. I loved A Thousand Year Door. I loved its remake. And Super Paper Mario is actually pretty good. I haven't played any of the modern stuff, so I can't have an honest opinion about that. I was tempted to get Sticker Star at one point, but when I saw the game, I just like, this does not look like Paper Mario to me. And I dodged a big bullet. I do want to play more Paper Mario streams in the future, but I'd only ask if you guys are interested in that. And for one, I don't have any way to capture 3DS games without emulation, and I'm still kind of new to that one. And unfortunately, uh, if you guys really want me to play Sticker Star, you know what to do on Twitch. Well, I'll probably do it YouTube. Okay, Fawful, not happening. Look, I get it. Fawful's like one of the best characters in the Mario and Luigi series, but for one, he's dead, and two, he's not that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bowser's Inside Story is a top tier game. I mean, but there are like tons of other Mario characters, as you can probably see here, but I don't really see it happening anytime soon, if not ever. Or Fawful is not high priority on Nintendo's list, and plus you can't really do. And I don't think Fawful really has a chance to join Smash Brothers. I know he's a big. I know people will love him, and I know people are gonna be mad at me for saying this, but and you could probably say they have Fury that I didn't choose him higher. Okay, I'll stop. Pauline. Hmm. Pauline, I think, is going to be an assist trophy. My personal opinion. A really low assist trophy because she's already part of New Donk City stage. Oh, want to move it? Mallow's going to be a little higher in the assist trophy ranking from Foreman Spike because I've already done an assist concept of a short video on him, and I could actually see him kind of working pretty well. Hmm. Now, and Pauline doesn't really have a lot of moves to use to be inspired by. At least with Rosalina, there are some stuff that's inspired by Mario Galaxy, and Luma kind of does help save her bacon a bit. But next is Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong is a top priority Echo Fighter. Look, I want more Donkey Kong representation. I know we already have 3 characters, but my golly, I like Donkey Kong. And there's nothing wrong about that. And yeah, I would generally say there would be some altercations. Like, of course, she'd have the bubblegum gum, and she'd have the banana peel, but her up special would be different from Diddy's. I think maybe her final smash, she would use Ellie the elephant, because I'm generally surprised there hasn't been use of the animal partners. Funky Kong would be an Echo Fighter, but I think I think this is going to be one of those situations where it's going to be a higher priority than Waluigi. Waluigi, Funky is a cool character, I will admit, and of course he would work perfectly as Donkey Kong's Echo. Though I think Dixie's definitely more high priority, and I feel like Luigi and Waluigi are far more high priority. Okay, next is Cranky Kong. Oh, you know what? I'm actually just gonna add a new tier on here. You're just. Oh nope, that wasn't it. That Echo I think was yellow. I wanted to add a new row above. I'm gonna put this as the WTF character. WTF Newcomer. A character that's so weird, but I'd actually like to see him in Smash Brothers. And Cranky definitely would be on that WF tier, WTF, because you could do a lot of creative stuff. Like one with the, for one, he could use his cane, and plus there aren't really any old characters in Smash Brothers. And by old, I mean like elderly. Like elderly people kick ass. Those who've played Starfy know what I mean about Old Man Lobber. Next up is the Wario series, and I do not see Mona, so I'm very disappointed. Ashley, I get why people like her. I get why people think she's great, but I still think she's a better as an I would say an assist trophy, but I'm gonna actually put her in next game because I don't see her on this list, but I think Mona would work a far better as a newcomer for representing the WarioWare series than Ashley. Reason? Mona was one of the first characters introduced to the world of WarioWare. And this is actually going to be another one of those interesting arguments, as I'm actually going to say 9Volt's another priority, too. Not as high as Kamek or Genome or Toad, in my opinion, but I can see him working, especially since he'd use a lot of Nintendo representation. Okay, actually, next up is also Pyro. Pyoro. Pyoro, I think, would be an assist trophy, but I think he'd be like a very funny one. Pyoro would basically, all he does is just run around and stick his giant tongue out on the stage. And I think he'd make it also rain seeds. That's just basically built to be an assist trophy. And I actually do like that idea. Oi. Okay, where are we? Captain Syrup. Captain Syrup is another character I do want another proper Wario game, so I think let's wait until the next game. I'm going to put her a little higher than Grape is going to be a little low. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put Captain Syrup on low maybe next game. The reason I say this is because, one, we haven't seen Captain Syrup since Wario Land Shake It. And Nintendo has been really against making new Wario Land games for some reason. Which is a shame because they're pretty good. I mean, a lot of games were inspired by it. I mean, Anton Blast, which I'll admit, not a real big fan of, but I only played the demo. Pizza Tower was pretty good. Okay, before we get to Ganon, because a lot of people generally know my opinion, I'm gonna get rid of the. I'm gonna do these guys real quick. Marin, not happening. Darunia, not happening. Rudo, not happening. Look, I get it. A lot of people like Ocarina of Time. I know they're. And Marin was a character who didn't really have any combat whatsoever. I mean, if anything, Marin actually would work better as a low assist trophy, considering she could use her music to stop characters in their place and so that they can listen to her music. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Tingle's already an assist trophy, so and it makes more sense for him. But I could probably, but then again, he does have. And there haven't been really any new games with Tingle in them recently. And I know. And let's see. Okay, now let's talk about Ganon. Pizza Dude Man guy actually made me really like this moveset concept. And I'm actually going to put him higher than Geno on should join Smash Brothers. Hey, Pizza Dude, if you're watching this, the moveset was really awesome. It made me think this was a really great idea. Ganon definitely feels like a third priority. timeline and multiverse situations basically all what Smash is, and let's be for real. Well, this would have been he would fit in perfectly as another heavyweight. Skull Kid. Oh boy, this is actually this is gonna be making a lot of people pissed. I know, but he's gonna kind of stay an assist trophy. Like I get why people love him. I get why people understand think he's a great character. Or even though I don't think Majora's Mask is as good as people say it is anyone who's played the Water or Temple knows what I'm talking about. But I just don't think he's just a high priority. And to be fair, most of the Zelda lineup they already have are a lot of the major characters. Speaking of major, Tetra, definitely on the newcomer list. I'll put him on par with Toad. I have played Wind Waker, but truth be told, I never actually beat it. I might change that in the future, though, but that depends on if you guys really want me to play it. Because only time I ever played Zelda on my stream was Tears of the Kingdom. Really excellent game. Loved Breath of the Wild. Well, but a lot of people just didn't probably like the Toon Zelda. Now I don't really remember much from the other ones because I have played a lot of the Toon era Legend of Zelda games. Phantom Hourglass. Phantom Hourglass, I'll generally say a lot of people really hated it. I thought it was not bad, but then again, I borrowed it from a friend. And Spirit Tracks, though, was definitely the one of the few times you could actually play as her. But her down specials are part of that. I would say not happening. And I will say the same thing with Vati, too, because I know a lot of people like Vati. I've never actually played the Minish Caps, unfortunately, so can't really. But I have played the Four Swords Adventures on the DS that came with the 3DS. All right, Midna Assist Trophy. If you want my honest opinion, a little lower on the Tingle end, but I never understood why people liked Midna. It's just not really one of my favorite characters, and I get why people would want Midna and Wolf Link, but uh, one game does not make well, I guess the exception. I mean, Legend of Zelda has like a lot of recurring characters, and I think a lot of those recurring characters make them more grandiose in their way. Zant, I'm gonna say is not happening. Fi is not happening. Jirahim's gonna stay an assist trophy, a little under. Or Zant and Fi. Zant really got the short end of the stick on Twilight Princess. Supposed to be the major antagonist, but literally got taken over by Ganon, and which was a shame, honestly. Hey, he's a Fi is basically the Master Sword, so that's definitely not happening. Yuga is not happening. I'll get to that momentarily. Ravio. This one's actually pretty interesting. I've never actually played a Link Between Worlds, but Ravio I could see working as Link's Echo Fighter. I'll put him behind Funky Kong. He could have a unique moveset, but I only know some things about Ravio. Lana would be a very interesting choice, though, but there has been a Hyrule. She only appeared in one Hyrule Warriors game, which honestly, that's kind of a shame. Sia, I'm gonna put as not happening. Lana, I will probably put as a WTF character and right behind I'm Cranky. Urbosa, I know a lot of people really love of Urbosa, but unfortunately, it's one of those situations where I'm unfortunately going to say is not happening. And I'm going to say the same thing with Riju. Which is a shame because Urbosa's a great character, Riju's a great character. Mifa, I will actually give you a little bit of a priority as an assist trophy. Mifa's a great character too. We all love her. And Sidon, however, I will say is definitely on someone I actually say should join the battle, but would he be more priority? Yeah, I think he'd be under 9 volt. actually even behind Saigai. Sidon is definitely a character I think I could see join Smash Brothers. Like two major roles in the game, and how can you say no to Sidon? Dude's pretty good, cool. And also, forget y'all you haters on Mona. Mona's a really, I think Mona's great. Daruk, maybe an assist trophy, but not as high priority as Midna. Rivali, definitely, definitely on the. I'd probably put him higher than Tingle as assist trophy. Hetsu definitely screams assist trophy, but I mean, he'd be probably a funny one. Like he'd appear, he'd do his little shaka shaka, and make items appear, or even funnier, the legendary Korok seed. Okay, Koga. Koga, honestly, I felt really like this idea. I think Koga would be a great WTF character, but this is Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom was the introduction of the evil clan that Impa's a part of, and I really hope that becomes a recurring thing, and I really hope there's a different Koga. If Koga does make if the Yiga clan always exists, a Koga has to be mandatory. And if that's the case, we not only will we get a secondary villain character, we'll also get one of the best villain antagonistic characters from Zelda in a while, in comedy wise. Impa, I'm gonna put. I did already a video on this, and this is just all the variants of Impa. Impa would be a top priority, the Echo Fighter of, well, of course, Sheik. A little higher than Waluigi because of Guigi, but I still say, but Impa's important enough to the franchise. Tulin. Honestly, I do like Tulin. Honestly, he's a really cool character. I think, unfortunately, with Tears of the Kingdom, he's probably going to lose when the next Zelda game coming up. We're probably out. I don't think his chances are pretty high, so I don't think Tulin's happening. I'm also going to say the same thing with Rauru. I don't get what is a lot of people's priority on the whole adding a dead character into the roster, but I don't think it kind of works for the most part. It's why I'm not really a big fan of adding character. Oh, speaking of which, should probably I'm gonna move Verbosa higher than Daruk, and then yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make her like right here. Urbosa would be a good assist trophy. The champions do work really well as good assist trophies, in my opinion. Mifa would always heal your allies, eyes, or even crazier, like she could possibly resurrect you after you lose a stock. But I think that'd be too broken. Urbosa literally can hack and slash and bring the thunder. Rivali can make whirlwinds and shoot bombs. And of course, Daruk's protection and would add great defense to you. Minoru, okay, this one was just a pain in this was a pain in the ass mission, and I don't want this to happen. And I don't really hate the character, but it's really hard to choose. Like, I think Minoru would work better as an item-based character. Like, I'm generally surprised there are no vehicle-based items, but I think that'd be probably hard to do. But who knows? Okay, this version of Zelda, I'm gonna put under the Echo Fighter, but lower than Peachette. The reason I say this is because, for one, you could basically transform this version of Zelda's Down B into the new gimmick that they have. Like, she'd basically summon the wand and charge up a different enemy that would appear and attack them. Of course, but of course, it would cost like a certain meter, probably. Like, and that's all the Zelda characters. Okay, next up is Metroid with only 3 characters. Sylux, I know he's very important, but I think he's going to be next game material, but I think Sylux is going to be like next game material. Well, because I know he's like the most reoccurring hunter in the Metroid Prime hunters. But the thing is, Metroid Prime 4 has not released yet, so we don't know anything about him. Also, I'll let you know here now, I didn't put Psylocke in the poll is because of Metroid Prime 4. I need to also play Metroid Prime again, as well as Metroid Primes 2 and 3. I have the Wii collection. I want to do that as soon as possible, but I'm busy with Ace Attorney and Mario and Luigi. But trust me, I would like to see Silex or any other hunters in the game. Emmys, okay, Emmys I think would be a really terrifying assist trophy. Definitely on the under Urbosa levels. Anyone, I've played Metroid Dread. Emmys are terrifying on a whole nother level. And the fact that these guys can literally crawl all around the stage and basically try to hunt down on enemies and literally pierce you, yeah, I would be terrified. And Ravenbeak definitely in the I'd say he's kind of low newcomer territory. Like I think he might have a golden opportunity as Ravenbeak left a lasting impact. His character is terrifying, and his boss fight is just awesome. Though truth be told, as bad as I am at Metroid, I actually beat him only twice. Or it only took me 2 attempts. Okay, Bandana Waddle Dee. Most Wanted. I don't know why Sakurai does not want to put characters that he doesn't and call his own on in Smash Brothers. Like even though Bandana Wallaby existed in the newer stuff, like it is generally amazing how little, how much of a chance that I think he's a really good character. Honestly, like I've played a lot of the Kirby games. I think he has really good, high standard chance, especially how well developed his character is. It's just the fact that I don't know, Sakurai really is against putting him in Smash Brothers or putting any other Kirby character since Brawl. Marks is definitely in the newcomer list. I'm going to put him higher than Captain Toad because this is Marks, another well-known iconic character Sakurai made for one of the biggest Kirby franchises he likes to overrepresent. I mean, we got the Halberd and the Great Cave Offensive. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did a stage dedicated to Milky Way Wishes, and Marks was a newcomer, or upgraded from boss fight to newcomer. I'm just saying, it makes more sense that Marks would join than Bandana Wallaby, but I want to see Bandana Wallaby over Marks, but that's a personal thing. Gooey is a very interesting choice, but I'd probably put him under low Echo Fighter. Actually, maybe under Toadette, actually, because these are all how I rank Echo Fighter are characters that are already Echo Fighters of characters that exist in the game, while the other ones are either characters that could not join the battle or characters that don't really have moves that work. And let's and Gooey is a very interesting oddball considering I've never really played Kirby's Dream Land 3 or 2, so I don't really have a good argument for him. But I do know he does have copy abilities as well, but they did change it a bit. Dark Matter is a character I think that's not happening. Same with Adeline and Ribbon, and I'm really happy that we got Adeline and Ribbon finally playable in something. Because I first Kirby game, Kirby 64, loved it, 100%ed it for a stream for charity. And these are great characters. They're cutesy and fun. And also, there's this really good animated short series with that's just really entertaining by I think her name's Kimi Omega, who does really great animations with Adeline and the Mass Attack Kirby's. Galactonite, I'm gonna put under Echo Fighter, or above Luigi, because I could be wrong when I say this, but I think no wait, that would be Air Ride. Actually, he might be a little under her Impa, actually, because Galactonite is basically Meta Knight with except more powerful. Well, but I'm gonna flat out say that he's not that high a priority. Deroach, I think, is not happening. Magalore is another good choice. Magalore is going to be another one of those should join the battle, but I'm going to put him like under Geno and above Kamek, because I feel like he's definitely a character that is definitely iconic to the Kirby series franchise, especially since Return to Dreamland Deluxe made him his own little story arc. I don't have the game myself, and apparently it's like $100. Taranza, I don't think is happening, which is unfortunate because he's a nice little goober. And Susie, I want Haunted. Susie is definitely another one of those other great characters I like. Right, but I think it's going to be a next game situation because Sakurai tends to usually put like at max 2 or 3 characters per franchise, and if we add either Bandana Waddle Dee, Marks, or Magalore, or all 3, Susie's going to have to unfortunately miss out. I've heard rumors that there is going to be a Planet Robobot HD for Switch and Switch 2, but it really depends. Like, I think she'd have a great moveset. I'd like a lot of cool stuff with her mecha, but wait and see. Fecto Elphalus is going to be a not happening. Morphonite is going to be a Echo Fighter of Meta Knight, but here's the thing. Instead of actually being an actual Echo, it'd be like an alternate costume. Morpho Knight was originally a concept of a different variant of Meta Knight, but since people were big fans of it, a lot of people wanted to see him. And that's all the Kirby characters, so let's move on to Star Fox. Slippy is not happening. For one, we still need more people flying the R-Wings, and considering half of them are already there, it's probably the situation. But Crystal is definitely another one of those most wanted characters. A little lower than Banana Waddle Dee because as for one, I've played Star Fox Adventures. I like Star Fox Adventures. Star Fox Assault is awesome. And they also gave her like a really cool redesign. And she's been a recurring character since then, with the exception being Zero, since that was another reboot. Though they did, I hear, bastardize her character in Star Fox DS. Meowth, and we're gonna keep him under the assist trophy. He won, but I feel like it's a little too late. Machamp is not happening. Eevee is definitely. I'm gonna put Eevee in newcomer territory, above Captain Toad, because Eevee has been really showing how much Pokemon's giving Eevee a lot of love since Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And plus, you can do a lot of creative stuff with Eevee's moveset, especially if like his down special could be like, I don't know, Assist, where he summons a different Eeveelution. Also, as a fun little jab, there's a small % chance it'll cause confusion on Eevee. Which is also very more ironic considering Eevee can't learn Assist. I don't know, it's just something I just thought of. Gengar is a really cool choice, but honestly, it's really hard to really rank Gengar. I'm going to put him under Assist Trophy, but definitely higher than Meowth. Actually, under Meowth, since Meowth's already a Pokeball character. Scissor's already a Pokeball character, but I'm going to put him under Gengar since it's cool. I like Heracross, but don't think they're going to add any Johto representation. Suicune's already a Pokeball character. They're as much as people want to see Suicune. Sceptile is not happening. We need to move on, people. Same with Blaziken. Gardevoir's an assist. Absol, I'm generally disappointed that there is no assist version, so I'm putting him under assist trophy. He's called the Disaster Pokemon, and he doesn't even get a Spirit or even and other cool stuff. And he's one of the few Pokemon to actually get. He's a fan favorite still, so I'm going to put him next to Gengar. Add a little bit of an edge. That's the edge zone. And he's also a fan favorite, and Mega Evolutions are coming back. Also, make Absol evolve, cowards. Or give him a pre-evolution. Make him cuter. He was also one of my personal favorites. I'm generally disappointed he never got to be a part of Smash Brothers. I mean, Absol was also an important character too in the Mystery Dungeon series, but then again, a lot of people also want a Grovyle because of that. Well, speaking of Grovyle, while I'm at it, Grovyle's not happening. Move on, people. Actually, it'll be probably easier if I get rid of them. Not happening. 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 Okay, hey, let's do. We'll speed run through all the Pokemon real quick. So here's where we go. Deoxys is an assist. It's because he's already one. Garchomp should be an assist. Actually, no wait. We're gonna give him a little bit of a Echo Fighter. He's gonna be an Echo Fighter Charizard. All right, this way we can give him a little more. This way we can get the old moveset for Charizard back, but we can also make him. But we can also give it to one of the best Pokemon of Sinnoh. Weavile, assist. We'll keep him with the other Pokemon. False Swipe was very annoying when in the good kind. Darkrai, Legends, Zoroark. This is always so hard. We'll keep him an assist. Unfortunately, he kind of missed his moment. Meloetta, Legend assist. Actually, we'll put him here with the Edge group. Lycanroc, honestly, I'm very disappointed it didn't get a cool representation. But I want him in, so we'll put him like in the low level. We'll put him like near the legend, between the legendaries and the cool Pokemon. I'm generally surprised that they didn't do anything with, like, I get Incineroar why, but I'm generally surprised Lycanroc didn't get any cool stuff. I'd also love to see if they did different Pokemon Ball variants where Lycanroc did different things. Mimikyu, I think, should get the upgrade to assist to Echo Fighter, because Mimikyu is still very popular. I think even higher than Galactonite. Melmetal, I was disappointed. Okay, this one's actually a really interesting one. Melmetal, I want to give an echo as an echo of Incineroar. I don't know if they'd ever do that, and plus, his final smash would be he'd actually have Gigantamax. You'd be representing a mythical Pokemon, mythical legendary. You'd be representing a Pokemon typing that's entirely new to the roster, and so, kind of. Wait, are there Steel types in? No, Lucario counts. And you could actually have some really fun movement options with him. Cinderace would also be another one of those assist Echo Fighters. I've done a video on it before, but I feel like Cinderace and Lucario would work really well hand in hand as Echoes, because they've got body proportions, they got moves that actually work really well with one another, and you could replace the Aura ability with the standard ability for starters, Blaze. Zacian would be assist, but definitely high priority. I did a video on it already. Definitely, I think probably higher than Mallow. Actually, now that I think about it, Mallow will probably go down a few pegs. I'm going to put him next to Meowth. Urshifu, honestly, I never got the DLC for that, so I can't really say much, but I'd say let's put him with the lower legendary, both versions on the lower legendary variant. Meowscarada. Meowscarada is going to be low newcomer. But Ceruledge and Armarouge I'm going to put also in my most wanted, because I feel like that best represents Scarlet and Violet. Tinkaton, this hurts my heart, but I got to put her in Assist Trophy. If we're only gonna get one Pokemon from Galar, it has to be a fan favorite, and Tinkaton is definitely in the top 10, maybe even the top 5 best Pokemon. And plus, you'd have a Pokemon that actually represents Fairy typing. But I don't know. I feel like having both Armarouge and Ceruledge with either one, like I think Ceruledge would be the priority, and Armarouge would be the Echo Fighter. But that's how I'm gonna keep them in most wanted. Hey, these guys are really cool, and they best represent Scarlet and Violet in the best way possible. Oh, but Meowscarada might get that chance. But remember, these are all opinions. Cyclizar, I'm gonna put under Assist Trophy, or under Assist. It's an important Pokemon, yes. But I'm going to put him like between Scizor and Suicune. Screamtail, this will be a weird choice, but I'm going to put under Echo Fighter. I know that Screamtail is bigger than Jigglypuff, but you could probably adjust the stats to make it work that way. That's what I'm going for. Or in Screamtail, and plus Jigglypuff. If you want a reason to keep Jigglypuff in Smash Brothers, having Screamtail as our Echo Fighter would probably be the best priority. Goldango will be an assist character, but I think on another one of those high assists, it's even higher than Tinkaton. The reason I say this is because Goldango is Pokemon number 1000. And it's a dumb gimmick to evolve him, yes. Get 999 gold tokens and a Gimme Ghoul. Well, but it's basically rewarding in the 1000th Pokemon spot. And plus, Make It Rain would be a very funny assist. Even though it would just be basically payday. Iron Valiant will move under the assist level, but we'll make him a lower assist above Cyclizar. Alright. I like the really cool variants of Pokemon we'll get. And Koraidon, I generally think would be... Koraidon's another character I would say is probably higher on the list for Newcomer. Like, higher than Ravenbeak. Actually, now I think about it, I'll put Muscarada above Ravenbeak, too. I mean, I do want Armarouge and Ceruledge, but Koraidon makes the most sense Newcomer-wise. I mean, I gotta think honestly and positively or negatively, depending on the character. And Koraidon, as well as Miraidon as an Echo Fighter, I've done a moveset on them on why they work. And plus, no matter what, someone's going to get Terrestrialization in their moveset. Ogerpon is a very interesting choice. I'd say a low should join the battle. Maybe as DLC. It's a very popular Pokemon for a reason, and we need more grass types. Nice, but it really depends on whether or not which Pokemon era is going to be represented in Smash Brothers. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get something that represents both regions that missed out on the roster. Ninten, and I don't think it's happening. Neither is Porky. Porky was a boss character. I get people love the Mother series. I've never actually played the series. Samurai Goro we're going to keep as an assist trophy. I know a lot of people want him playable, but we'll keep him like behind Skull Kid. But there are generally other F-Zero characters that need to be represented. And I don't know, he's just kind of... It never really clicked. Black Shadow is another character. Black Shadow is someone I think you could probably make an Echo, but I don't think that'd be fun. I'd put under low WTF. And Deathborn, or I'll put under not happening. But I think should. Oh boy, man, who knew how hard this would be? Because there are a lot of characters I'd love to see, and some characters like Alm and Celica. Honestly, they were done dirty. I'd say Alm unfortunately would not happen, but I'd say Celica would work really well as a Echo Fighter. Yes, I've played Fire Emblem. I'd say Celica is still an important part of the Fire Emblem series, and I think Celica would be higher than Gooey and the others for one reason alone. Celica is someone who can use both a sword and magic, and plus you'd also get, and plus she's, instead of giving her like Fire Mat, you'd have a lot of different moves that represent the same ones that Robin uses. But there's another character I can talk about later. Sigurd, not happening. Lyn, we're gonna have to unfortunately keep an assist trophy. I know a lot of people want Lyn in Smash Brothers. But I just don't see it happening. Micaiah, but this is also what I was talking about. Celica and Micaiah would work really well as Echo Fighters of Robin. Celica being like a light mage that uses magic, because I've played I've played the remake. It's really good. I know people don't like the DLC. And Micaiah was literally, when she got into Awakening, her character was literally represented as a dark mage. So she has basically, and she can use the same tomes and I think weapons as Robin. And but you could also throw in some moves that were from her game into her move set. Like instead of the thunder spell, she'd use the light spell from her game. Black Knight will kind of keep under the assist this lineup. Um, I mean, I could probably put this under boss characters, since that makes a little more sense. How far are we? Still got a long ways to go. Hang on, I wonder how to do tier. I'm gonna put under don't know. This is just gonna be for the series that I have no idea. Like, remember, I haven't played everything. No one's played every single video game, but that's gonna be for much later down the line. Anna, I'd say Anna. It would be a fun WTF character. Higher than Cranky, but I know some people would be pissed at there being like another Fire Emblem newcomer. But if I'm gonna be 100% honest, Anna's a really funny and one of the most reoccurring characters in the Fire Emblem series. Every color palette would be a different variant from different eras. And funny story, when I played Fire Emblem Awakening for the first time, Anna was the character I married. And yeah, she became that because she's one of my favorites. Camilla is also a very interesting choice too. But should she join the battle? Yeah, this is gonna be like one of those situations. I'm gonna put her under assist trophy. I know a lot of people don't like Fire Emblem Fates, and I get that. And some people don't like Camilla. And let's be for real, she's hot. But Camilla is definitely a character I think does represent Fates in the best and unfortunately the worst ways from what I've gathered. Veronica. Well, let's go first things first. Let's do. I don't think the Three Houses representations characters are going to join. Neither is Shez. It's because I don't know. I don't know how the Warrior franchises handle their newcomers, but I want to say we already have someone that represents the Three Houses and does so in a decent way. Veronica is a character I think could join the battle, but it definitely would be. It's definitely another one of those WTF situations. But I'll put her under. I'll put her like above Lana. Because Veronica is a very important character to the Fire Emblem mobile game, and that's still one of the most highest grossing mobile games of the series, of Nintendo as a whole. And unfortunately, I don't see Dragalia Lost in this list, which honestly, I'm very pissed about. Alear. Alear is a really hard choice, honestly. I've never played Fire Emblem Engaged. I'm going to say Alear might not happen. I'm going to put... This is actually one of those characters where I'm like, I have no idea. Alear is still a new of a character, but I don't think her mechanic is going to make her... The game's mechanic, I don't think, is going to really work out in a moveset, but I'm not the smartest person to figure out that situation. But now we're getting to one of my favorite series, Kid Icarus. Medusa. We're going to put her in high Echo Fighter tier. I love Kid Icarus Uprising. Medusa worked perfectly as Palutena's Echo. Oh, and I think like her standard special should turn characters into stone temporarily. It'd be a really cool moveset. Ow. Like I think like her standard special and her down special could basically turn any of her enemies into stone. And I think that worked really well in like her moveset style, like differentiating her from this. Magnus, Magnus is another one of my most wanted characters. I'm gonna put him under King Boo. Dude, if you never played Uprising, Magnus is really cool. Phosphora, we're gonna keep under her assist. We'll keep her above Lynn. Vridi, another most wanted, Hades. That checks out. Vridi is gonna be another one should be in Smash, but definitely higher than Kamek. Bulborb, We'll start off with Plasma Wraith, not happening. Plasma Wraith. Now, of course, if you've never played Kiddos Uprising, the best characters, in my opinion, are Hades and Magnus. Vridi is a character I think should join, but it really depends if there's another Kid Icarus game in the future. And I'd really love to see like a Vridi boss fight, because truth be told, you never actually see her in the actual game. You only see her in one moment, and you only hear her voice throughout the rest of the series. There's only like a 3D model used for like one specific moment, like two specific moments in the game. Okay, one is when they introduce her silhouette in the sky, and the other is usually for collectibles. Vridi's still a great character. Bulborb. Bulborb, I'm gonna put under the assist group, but I'm gonna put him like I'm gonna put him above the Pokemon. I'd say Actually, Bulb. You know what? I'll switch it up. Bulborb is gonna be low WTF. We need more Pikmin representation, and we don't really have all of that. Ochi is going to be a high newcomer. For one, we haven't had a new Pikmin character represented yet, and we're also going to put Louie in the he should join the battle. But I will say we'll put him under Kamek for once, because I don't think Louie would have a lot to really differentiate himself. Actually, now that I say it out loud, let's put him under. We'll put him above Waluigi as Echo Fighter. Well, the only. Speaking of which, Echo Fighter for Tom Nook. We can basically make the villager this, but we will put him under Funky. You could even use this moveset for. You could even use it for Isabelle, in all honesty. Though a lot of people will probably say that Tom Nook should be his own fighter, Echo kind of works far better. Glass Joe, I don't think is happening. King Hippo is a character I think should join the battle, but higher than Ogerpon, lower than all these other guys. Melia, okay, we're in the Xenoblade Chronicles territory, and this has a lot of interesting choices. And some of them I actually would like to see in some way or form. Oh, but okay, let's start off with Melia. I think Melia is a character that I think should join Smash, especially considering she got her own story mode in the definitive edition. But we'll keep her low next to King Hippo and Sidon. Actually, there we go. Adult Rex. I actually like this idea. But I don't know. This would definitely be in the WTF category, but I'd put him next to Koga. Let's see. Nia. Now, this one's really interesting. They're going with the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 version of Nia, but I think Nia would also be really good of a choice. But another one of those should join the battle, but I'd say not as mandatory as Sidon, but definitely above King Hippo. Poppy. I like Poppy. Poppy's a great character, but I am going to put her under Assist Trophy because between the other robot. Poppy's another great character, and I'm surprised there was no assist for Poppy made. Jin, I'm gonna say is not happening, which sadly breaks my heart too. Malos, we're gonna put under the Echo Fighter, but we're gonna keep him in the lowest because he actually I've fought him. I've played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've faced him. He uses the same arts as Shulk does with the Monado. I'd say he'd be a slightly stronger version of Shulk, but we use the Monado arts still. And of course, his final smash would be the final boss. Noah and Mio is definitely going to be also pretty high too. We'll have him in the newcomer situation, but if you want my honest opinion, Mio is definitely number 2 on my choice. I think if you wanted to represent characters more than... Okay, this is basically how I see it, my personal opinion. If you wanted to represent Xenoblade Chronicles 3, since you already have characters that represent Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, Mio, I think, is the character you should use. But if you want the character to represent both the universes and the connection of both Warring Tides and the bond phenomenons they have, Noah and Mio together makes no sense. But if they do separate characters, Noah would still be a good choice. N, I don't think is happening. Well, actually, no, wait. I'd put N under her Echo, under the low Echo above Toadette. Actually, above. Yeah, right here. As you could literally just make you could basically just make N and M, the characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as alternate costumes. Matthew, I don't really know much of, so I don't think it's happening. Elma is another should join the battle situation, but I'm not going to put her as high as Melia. Maybe not as high as Shy. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put her higher, right there. Elma's a good... maybe higher than... yeah, I'm going to put her higher than 9 volt. Okay, there. That's the definitive spot. Elma, I think Elma would be definitely a better choice. We sad too, but there's like a lot of characters I think that could have worked in Xenoblade Chronicles. There's just a lot of other characters I think that are higher maintenance, higher mandatory than Elma. Squid Sisters are going to stay in assist trophy. Not even a good one either, so it's a good thing I'm not ranking them. So we'll put them under there. Octoling, we're going to put under Echo Fighter. DJ Octavio. Okay, first things first. Off the hook, not happening. DJ Octavio. I'm going to put under the WTF characters. I'm going to put him right here next to Rex, because that'd be a very fun moveset. Deep Cut would be... honestly, if it was just specifically one character, I would put more. But I'm going to put them at, like, Big Man, probably. Off the hook, no. Small Fry, another WTF higher than Octavio, because if Small Fry uses the Salmonids, like, as his summon characters, like, he turned into different Salmonids, that'd be a very good moveset. Mr. Grizz, I believe he's the antagonist of Splatoon 3. I'd say, we need more villain characters, so I'd put him behind Octavio as a WTF. But it'd be a fun choice. Springman, harsh reality, but I'm going to keep him an assist trophy. I know a lot of people say Springman's the face of ARMS, but the creator himself that says any character could be that. Ninjara, we're gonna put under. I don't want to put him under Echo Fighter. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll probably put him under Echo Fighter. Or under Tom Nook. Ninjara does seem like a very interesting choice. But I don't think... Because Ninjara was the other represented. Was a character that could be represented. Dr. Coil, however, definitely on my most wanted, but on the low level. Twin Tail, I don't think is going to happen. And neither is Max Brass. As much as Max Brass and Twin Tail are fan favorites, Max Brass is definitely more boss oriented, and Twin Tail, well, that people just like her because of her butt. But she was all, but she did get some good weapon, and but I just don't see her really working out. Excite Biker. Okay, this one's going to be one of those situations where I'm going to put him in the assist trophy, but I think an Excite Bike stage will work. I'll put him in low. Oh. Balloon Fighter, I'm going to put under Newcomer, also in low. Because we need some retro representation. Urban Champion, I'm going to put under Not Happening. Starman, I'm going to put under WTF character. Low WTF. Takamaru, I'm going to put under Newcomer. At least in the top 5. Mike Jones is another character I think... Mike Jones is a character that should join the battle. But I'm going to put him right... Yeah, I guess there's good. Look, Star Tropics is a game that got 2 NES titles and was made by Nintendo of America, but for some reason Nintendo does not want to represent this franchise. I don't know why. It's never got a spirit, it's never got a trophy, it's never even gotten a sticker. The closest reference you get to it is literally in Smash for Wii U and 3DS when you give certain abilities, because some of those symbols are representative of other moves. Goku is going to be Not Happening. Ayumi would be a high WTF character. Between Anna and Cranky. Interesting thing I learned about Ayumi Tachibana from the Famicom Detective Clubs is, one, Sakurai wanted to add her but didn't know how to use Murder Mystery into the moveset. But also, I learned that apparently in the Smiling Man, because I played the demo of the game, Ayumi used to learn how to use the Naginata, which is basically like a spear. Which is like the samurai equivalent of a spear, and it's a lot cooler than it sounds. So she does use the Naginata in some way in the Dev Clubs. We found her moveset for her. Sukapon should join Smash Brothers. I'm going to put her above Reedy. Retro Reps. Lip is another should join Smash Brothers. I think probably higher than Sukapon. Sable Prince we're going to keep under the assist trophy. We'll be keeping a Sable Prince in the assist trophy lineup. Ray would be also an assist trophy still. Doshin would be low assist trophy, but I think he'd work more better as a stage element. Saki Amiya, we're going to keep an assist trophy. Ooh, this is a very harsh choice. The Advance Wars series. Controversial, but I've heard also good, but not my kind of game. Okay. Sammy is definitely Not Happening, and I think Andy's also going to be a Not Happening. I want to say this. I say this because Advance Wars is an important series, but when it comes to a lot of the war games, they all really don't have. Well, with the exception be the sequels except for the GBA versions, Advance Wars doesn't really have a major protagonist and antagonist. If anything, battalion soldiers would make the most sense. If anything, battalions or the soldiers you play as would make the most sense. Starfy, we're going to keep in as an assist trophy, but actually, we're going to put Starfy as should join the battle, very low. Because I'd love to see this little guy come back. Isaac. Isaac is another most wanted for me. Golden Sun is amazing, and Matthew, while we're at it, Matthew is going to be his Echo Fighter. Let's see, hang on. We'll put him higher than... There. Okay, better. Well, for those who don't know, Matthew is literally the son of Isaac. So I feel like if you could also use it as like a color palette situation and like make him a different character, but Dark Dawn is a really good game, and it's your guys' fault for not letting it succeed. Felix, I'm going to put under maybe next game, but pretty low. GB Robo should join Smash Brothers because that game has quite the legacy. We'll put him higher than 9-volt. Karate Joe, we're putting under the newcomers list, but we're going to put him above... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to move Captain Toad a little more down. Chorus Kids, I'm going to put as not happening. Yuka would be an interesting WTF character. But we're going to put her under maybe next game. Right under Birdo. Just so we can get more characters. Barbara is not happening. Ayasaki, don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Not happening with well, actually Nintendogs. Captain Rainbow. Wait, what? Oof, got a lot to go. Another WTF character. Another WTF character that I think should go right about here. Captain Rainbow is a weird game, but I've never played it, but I'd like to see it. Zale? Oh, from... I don't think Zale's going to happen, unless the last story gets a enhanced port. Dylan we're keeping under assist trophy. But he's like one of the good ones. Ring Fit Trainee, we will put under Newcomer. I've played the game for a certain while, but I'm going to put him in the low level. Because this is still a high-selling Switch game, and popular titles are going to get represented. Drago's not going to happen. Office... Oh, hey, there's Yuden. Yep. There he is, my boy. Dragalia Lost needs to be in Smash Brothers. I am going to say this till the day I die. Dragalia Lost was a very great series, and if Nintendo is gonna find a way to keep its legacy alive, it should be as Yuden and any of the other characters in the franchise as a playable character in Smash Brothers. Yuden is my number one choice. Well, sorry, Paper Mario. You're going to get your chance. I know you are, but I have to give this one to Yuden. Yes, it's completely biased, but remember, I said this was going to be a biased list. Dragalia Lost was great. I hate that Nintendo shut it down. Officer Howard is going to be in the should join the battle. Above Shy Guy. It really depends on Platinum, though. Sportsmates is going to be a newcomer. We are a low newcomer, and unfortunately, then you're going to have to hear me out on this one. Of course, we are going to have the Mii's, but I think Sportsmates would best represent the sports series and moveset-wise. As much as people don't like the Nintendo Switch Sports, let's be for real, Sportsmates actually aren't that bad design characters. There are far worse character designs, in my opinion. Horus would be a low assist trophy, though. I just think that'd be funny. Taboo, not happening. Me Mage, not happening. Captain N, not happening. Nestor, not happening. These two are licensed characters. Me Mage could be could be something completely different. And Taboo, who they odds are they won't bring back. Raiden's probably also not happening either. Konami's always been pretty stingy with stuff like this. Dracula is a boss already. Alucard should join Smash Brothers, but I've never really played it, so I'm gonna at least put him above 9 volt. Soma, not happening. Shonoa, not happening. Too many. Frogger would definitely not be happening. Don't know who Bill is, so. But I would say is not happening. Power Pro Kun, not happening. Sparkster would be a fun WTF character. Bomberman is another one of my most wanted, but higher than Dr. Coil at least. I love the Bomberman series. I'm glad that Konami managed to salvage the series. And I really hope Bomberman does become his own playable character. They did make a moveset for him in DreamX TV World Fighters. Goemon is a character I would also put under. I know a lot of people love Goemon, but I would probably put him under Assist Trophy. Probably right around next to Springman. I'm just saying. And Goemon doesn't really have the highest chances, but he did get a costume, so there is a chance he could be an assist in the future. He does. I just don't think he's like Konami's highest priority character. Not Pyramid Head's not happening. Tails is definitely in the newcomer party. Actually, he's going to be my most wanted. Higher than Isaac. Knuckles will keep under assist trophy. But we're going to keep him high assist trophy with Zacian. And Shadow, as much as people don't want to admit it, that Echo Fighter is where he's going to go, but he's definitely going to be next to above Medusa. I know he's got Chaos Control and all that other cool stuff, but remember, if they were going to do anything that represented Shadow, it'd definitely be more Sonic Adventurous, so he'd probably have a lot of the moves that were inspired by Sonic Adventure 2, his debut game. So he'd probably have some unique differences, but I'm not saying anything. Amy's going to be a character I don't think is going to happen. Neither is Blaze or Silver. Dr. Eggman is definitely a should join the battle, but I never understood why people want him over Tails. I'm going to put Alucard right here. There we go. I just don't want to adjust it. Eggman is an important character in the Sonic series. And yes, villain character is important, but I feel like he'd be more boss first than character or DLC. Metal Sonic, I could also see as an Echo Fighter, but low Echo Fighter. Like somewhere right here, probably. Yeah, that's better. Okay, for reals this time. Jean, Echo Fighter. I've never really played Bayonetta, but that's usually what a lot of people usually tell me. Rodon, we're going to keep under the... Oh, this is Viola. Where'd Rodon? Oh, there's Rodon. Rodon, we're going to keep under her assist trophy. Viola, I do think should... Viola's a very interesting one. Viola's definitely going to be a character I'm going to put under I don't know. Same with Cheshire and Cereza. I know a lot of people generally don't know. I know a lot of people who'd want to see the Bayonetta get more representation, and I've heard some people negative things about Viola. Makoto, but anyways, Makoto. I don't think Makoto's gonna happen, but I just might be on the roster. If anything, maybe we could put her under like low assist trophy. I'd say like higher. Actually, no, right here next to Goemon. As when you think of Persona 3, Aegis is definitely one of the high priority characters. You, I don't think is gonna happen. Akria can still say an assist trophy. Alice, I don't know who that is. Arl? Arl is another one of those characters that is my most wanted. But I'm gonna put her right between Magnus and Hades. Mostly because we don't have any characters that represent puzzle games, and Puyo Puyo is a very important puzzle franchise. Amity, I've already done an Echo Fighter. Amity would be her Echo Fighter. I'd actually put her higher than right here. And Ringo, I'm going to put under next game. Like maybe a higher. Yeah, like that. Ringo's that high. Right. Shezo, I'm going to put under assist trophy. Along with the other. Right. I should really fix this. I'm going to probably put the characters that should stay assist. I should probably put like the most likely and the ones that are already assist trophies lower. Like the ones I really want as assist trophies higher up, like Poppy and Pyoro, or Hitsu and Pyoro. And the ones that are already assist trophies, I'm going to put lower. So I guess I'd probably be here next to Goemon. Gengar, I'm going to put in between Aegis. Revali is going to be a low. And let's see, Spike would be on the low end too. Daruk right here. Shezo, I would probably rank high, right around. Yeah, probably higher than Goemon. Marin's still pretty. Marin, I'd put probably lower. Let's see, that should. Let's see. Iron Valiant will go here. Let's see. Who am I missing? Oh, yeah, Lycanroc, I'll probably put higher. Like, probably right between Poppy and Hesu. Okay, back to where we were. Axel, I don't know. Never played. Soccer Wars not happening. Jack Frost, I'm gonna put under assist. But next to Aegis. Demifriend not happening. Also Nahuo. Kiryu is definitely in the newcomer. I'd put Kiryu on right here, behind the Pokemon, because Yakuza is definitely one of Sega's biggest franchises right now, but I'm not really into it. Go to Majima. I'm gonna put under next game. Aim right above Yuka or Ringo. Actually, maybe above Birdo. And Ichiban we'll put next to Umajima. Jack, I don't think is happening. Red, the Angry Birds, I'm going to put under assist trophies with all the other Sega characters. There we go. This is Will from that new game, Fantagio. This will be another WTF situation, but like high end. I've heard good things about this game, but this is actually one of those times I'm going to say I don't know, but it's a high I don't know. Proto Man, I'm going to put under assist trophies because I never understood why people would want him. But then again, I don't like Mega Man. Yeah, like right there. That right there probably works. Roll, I don't think is happening. Bass, I think could work as an echo of Mega Man. Actually worked pretty well. Dr. Wily's a not happening. Same with X. Zero is definitely on the... He should join. Like, again, I've never played Mega Man X, but he's definitely a character I know a lot of people would want to see join the battle. Though, I'd say right around here. No, actually, I'd want Vridi more. Because I used to play as Zero in Marvel vs. Capcom. Axel's not happening. Same with Zima. I'm going to put this version of Zero next to the other one. Once when I find him. Because you could just choose either or. Voltnut not happening. EXE, Star Force. Tronbon is a character I think would be a fun WTF. Probably under Captain Rainbow. Chun-Li is another one of those newcomer situations I think could work, but I'm going to put her like pretty low under sports mates because of third party inclusion. Like, we already have 2 Street Fighter characters. Guile we're going to keep under assist trophy. He's already one that's already in there. Bison not happening. Akuma's another one of those shoulds, but we'll put him behind Chun-Li. Zangief we'll put right under Akuma. Jury, Sakura I don't think is going to happen. Same with Luke, Jamie, Kimberly. Mike Hager would be actually a very fun assist trophy, though. So I'd say higher than Poppy. Jury, however, I'm going to put next to Chun-Li. Because I know a lot of people would love retro representation, but Jury is also a great character on her own. Well, like, her character has really evolved since Street Fighter 4 and has become a mainstay of the series. As much as we love to have retro representation, modern representation is just important, and I think Jury would be like a good modern representation of Street Fighter. Oh, jeez. Arthur should join the battle too, but I think he'd be a little lower than Alucard in that situation. Though Eggman would be above him too. Don't know who Ryu is. Don't know who Nina is. Morgan, I don't think is happening because for one, we aren't, and we didn't see He might share new ego because Nintendo's a game for good boys and girls. So odds are Morgan will probably not make it either. Wesker's are not happening. Chris, Jill Valentine's another one of those should join the battle situations. I'd even say is definitely higher than and zero. Actually, probably even. Yeah, I'd say roughly in the top five. Resident Evil is an iconic horror series. He's in would be a mandatory would be a shame and would not they didn't make it in. I'll probably move Ganon a little more back. There we go. Chris Redfield, I'm gonna probably say is not happening. Leon would be a fun WTF character, and would be higher than Tronbon, but I think Captain Rainbow would be funnier. Dante. I get why people want him to join the battle, but I just don't know. I'm just very indifferent about Devil May Cry. I've never really played it, except for the sequel. So let's see. I probably say like that. Virgil's not happening. Neither's in. Oh, you know what? Phoenix Wright definitely a high priority 2 character, but I'd say not as high as like Ganon. We're also gonna move. I'm also gonna move. I'm gonna move Jury, Akuma, and Zangief even to maybe next game. This way, we could also figure out things that would best represent, as this probably makes the most sense. My honest opinion. Miles Edgeworth, I don't think would happen. As much as people like Beautiful Joe, that's not going to happen. Should join the battle. I think Monster Hunter's a low possible newcomer possibility. Monster Hunter's a big franchise, even though I'm not the biggest fan. And Palico would be a pretty high WTF character. If that's the case. Not as high as Koga, but Palicos are so cute. Frank is not happening. Neither is. Well, actually, Amaterasu has a very interesting. I think we're going to put Amaterasu in a low, maybe next game, since there's going to be a sequel. Miss Pac-Man will put under low Echo Fighter, the lowest level, because of the whole licensing argument with her. Blinky, we're going to put as not happening. Hey, Jin, I want to put under Echo Fighter. Because I haven't played Tekken, but Jin is an important character of the franchise. I'd say we'll put him higher than. I'd say, yeah, like that. Higher, not as high as Amity, but higher than most Echoes. Heihachi, I don't think is going to happen. Same with Nina. Paul. Xiao Yu. Eddie. Ogre. Alyssa, I think, would actually be a fun WTF character, considering her how she works. Probably higher priority than Leon, considering Namco. And King and Kuma I'm gonna put under the Insist Trophy together. Probably next to Mike Hager, but I think Kuma's probably the higher choice. Reina, I'm gonna put under not happening. Taizo not happening. Valkyrie will be a fun WTF character, mostly for me. Like, I'd put her in my most wanted because of how very underutilized she is. The Tales series. This is always a hard one. Yuri, I don't think is going to happen. Lloyd might. Lloyd is definitely a WTF choice, but I'll probably put it higher than Valkyrie. Mitsurugi, not happening. Ivy, definitely not happening. Taki, extremely not happening. And maybe the rest of them. I don't know who Haken is. Not happening with Digimon. I'm gonna be 100% real with everyone here. Digimon, I do not think as a video game franchise. Sure, it did originate as a little toy Tamagotchi, but that's the thing. Most people remember, or most people generally remember, or Digimon through the animes. And I think of it as a multimedia franchise. Klonoa, I want it as an assist trophy. I'd say higher than. I'd want probably. I think. Yeah, I want to be reasonable. Klonoa would be right here. Cosmos, actually, I think would be a fun. Would be a good WTF choice. And I think would be higher than Rex, considering the Zeno series originated from her. Well, another character, but you know what I mean. Not happening with Xiaomu. Chosen Undead is definitely on a should be in, but it's really hard for me to really choose whether or not Darkstalker. I think below Eggman. I don't play Dark Souls, and nor do I really plan to, mostly because I don't want to end up popping a blood vessel. Warrior of Light is not happening. Black Mage is not happening. Chocobo would be a low assist WTF character, even like roughly around here. Sparkster probably has a far better chance than Chocobo, considering how strict of a company Square Enix is. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Terra, Tifa, Squall, Zidane. Basically, no more Final Fantasy characters. And anyone who thinks Lightning is going to join is dead wrong. Noctis wouldn't join. Neither is Vishtola. Neither would Clive. Slime would be another WTF choice. Always next to Chocobo. Well, maybe on par with Chocobo. Considering since they already have representation for Dragon's Quest. Riku, I'm going to actually be very defiant, very interesting on this one. I'm going to put under Echo Fighter. This is a very weird choice, but you got to understand. I feel like Riku and Sora have like a good similar moveset, while, however, Roxas, I think, is another one of my most wanted, but I'm going to put him in the lowest level. But I think I've played Kingdom Hearts 2. I love Kingdom Hearts 2, but I think it makes more sense if Roxas was his own character entirely. Chrono, I don't think it's going to happen. Pocky and Rocky is not happening. Gex, I'm going to put under a WTF character, but lower than Starman. At least he's a Nintendo character. Musashi is not happening. Marina's not happening. Neku is another most wanted of mine. I'm going to put him in lower, considering The World Ends With You is unfortunately one of those franchises. I'm actually going to put him right next to Gino. He's my personal should join the battle. Oh, The World Ends With You is a great series. Most of the games wrong. Agnes is not happening. 2B is in a very interesting situation. And is in a should join the battle. And even, I'd say probably higher chances than both Neku and Gino. Actually, now that I think about it, 2B's had more cameo appearances than most characters. And I'd probably put her in newcomer territory higher than Kazuma Kiryu. Grunty is not happening, but would be cool. Neither is Sitz, neither is Fulgore. Doomslayer is a character I think would join Smash Brothers. I'd put him on low newcomer territory. I'm not really a Doom fan. I don't play a lot of shooters. But I feel like these characters have better chances than. Diablo is not happening. I don't know who Nova is. Vault Boy is not happening. Ranger, don't know who that is. Crash Bandicoot, Most Wanted. Right here. Coco, Echo Fighter, Crash. Yeah, I'd probably want more than Malos. But not under. Right there. Spyro, another Most Wanted. Under. Joanna Dark, not happening. Conquer is definitely not happening. Master Chief, not happening. Get over it. Lich King, not happening. Raz would be another one of those WTF characters, but I'd actually see working pretty well. I'd say higher. I'd say higher than. I'd say right here between Valkyrie and Tronbon. And as much as, even though Raz's Rasputin is not is by a Microsoft character, your Psychonauts was also on the PlayStation, and I really hope they make a Switch port soon. Captain Price, realistic guy, not gonna happen, not happening. WTF character, but I'd say on the under Gex. Ori is another one of my most wanted. Probably, yeah, right above Crash Bandicoot. Tracer, considering Overwatch characters are not happening. Geese, not happening. Mai, not happening. Don't think Ryo is. Rock is definitely going to go on the Echo Fighter situation. I'm going to put him next to Jin. Because I feel like Rock has a mixture of Terry and Geese's moveset. Kyo, I'm going to put under her should join the battle. But I'm not really familiar with it. But I know that Yori he is far more popular. So I'd probably put Yori higher than Kyo. Haomaru, I don't think it's going to happen. Same with Nakaruru. Metal Slug, I'd love to see some representation. Low Most Wanted, along with Fio, as an alternate costume. Not happening. Not happening. Marlon, Marissa, not happening, not happening, not happening. Kunio and Riki would be under. Or another. Or should join the battle. But I feel like they I'd say like right here and Riki right next to him. Where'd I put it? There he is. Like Riki would be the Echo Fighter of Kunio. Like right about here. Kyoko Misako, I'm going to put as not happening as Billy and Jimmy. Saul Bad Guy is definitely newcomer potential. I think higher than Doomslayer. I've never played those games, so I wouldn't really know myself. Kai, I don't think is going to happen. There's Proton. Mai, I think, would be an assist trophy. Just imagine all the dolphins. I'd say higher than Goemon. Bridget, not happening. Ragna, not happening. Bub is another one of my most wanted. Definitely in the top right here. Well, Well, Bob is right next to him. Don't know who that is. Don't think the prince is happening. Another most wanted. It under the. I think he would be right. I'm gonna adjust a little. There we go. Rayman's in my top 5. Glowbox and Barbara are not happening. Rabbids will be WTF, but unfortunately he'd be a high WTF next to Small Fry. I don't think Rabbid Peach is happening, but Edge will be right next to the Rabbid. Jade, Ezio, and Sam Fisher are not happening. Neither's Tetramino. I'm not going to put Larry on here. Carmen Sandiego, I think, is licensed. These characters are from different RPGs. This is from Yeast, not happening. This is from Trails. This is from another Trails game, I think. Pete's not happening. Scorpion's not happening. Sub-Zero's not happening. Maxwell's not happening. Juliet's not happening. Sheeran's not happening. Monokoopa's definitely not happening. Dirk the Daring I'm going to put under WTF because he's also got an important gaming legacy too, but I'm going to put him lower than Dragonborn. Earthworm Jim and the Worms and Lemmings are not happening. Basically, any Rockstar characters are not happening. Lara Croft, I'm going to put in should join. But I'm going to put him under Starfy. Her. Travis Touchdown is another character that should join. But I'm going to put him like behind Zero. Actually, no, wait. There we go. Laharo, I don't think is going to happen. Professor Layton actually did get a comeback, but should he join Smash Brothers is the question. I'll put him behind Lara Croft. Cookie Mama's not happening. Neither is Gordon. Neither is Shell. Neither is Heavy. Neither is Scout. Neither is Soldier. Neither is Man. No Team Fortress characters whatsoever. Shepard's not joining. Neither is the Pea Shooter. Neither is Claptrap. Neither is League of Legends. God forbid. I don't think Fortnite's going to happen either. Because usually it's the other way around. It's Fortnite wanting characters in their game, not their characters in other games. I don't know who these characters are, but I'm going to put them under not happening either. Now here's an interesting one. And the Fate series, I'm going to put as not happening because I feel like that's more multimedia, but I've been wrong before. Gran's another one of those should be joining the battle. But I'd say probably above. Vegeta would be right next to him as an alternate skin. And we're near the end. I take it these are characters from the Honkai Star Rail and other stuff. Not happening. Reimu, I think, is another one that's not happening. Jason would be a fun WTF character. It might be possible. I'd probably put him above Sparkster. Gunvolt is another very interesting character. Another indie rep that should join Smash Brothers. I'm going to put under Zero. Quote, Cave Story, as much as an iconic indie game it is, it's also controversial with its studio, I believe. And Shantae is another most wanted. But where exactly for me? Yeah, probably right here. Alien, not happening. Neither you, neither you, neither you, neither you. Shovel Knight is another most wanted. Probably right about higher than Ori. Plague Knight, Plague Knight and Spectre Knight, I'm gonna put under assists. Plague Knight next to Klonoa, and then Spectre next to him. Whew, man, this is actually a lot trickier than I imagined. King Knight we're gonna put as not happening. Lilac not happening. Nope. Not happening with Undertale. I'm sorry, Undertale fans. Zetterburn, no. Orcane, WT. I'm gonna put as a WTF choice, but I think has a higher chance than. Probably higher than Tronbon. Rano, I don't think it's gonna happen. Neither is Cuphead or Mugman or Chalice. Neither is the Knight or Hornet. And sadly, neither is Ukulele, neither is Hat Kid, neither is Bo, Madeline, Badlin, Zardris. I'm gonna put pretty high on the WTF lane, like above above of Raz, maybe actually above Valkyrie. Not happening. Not happening. Ooh, Chai's actually a pretty interesting argument now. I'll put him like under. Actually, I'll put him right under Orcane. And I need to also finish that game. Pepino not happening. These guys are not happening. And basically, first party characters also not happening. So no Kratos, no Parappa, no Spike, no Sir Daniel, no Ratchet and Clank, no Jack, no Sly, Sackboy, Cole, Drake, Ellie, Cat, Alloy, definitely no James Bond, and definitely no Son Goku. Astrobot, however, is an I don't know. This is actually a very interesting thing because Astrobot is I think Astrobot's now at this little argument of. Actually, I'm gonna put characters There we go. These 5 characters I think have good chances, but then again, where did there we go. And there we have it. That is my complete tier list from top to bottom. As you can see, these are all my most wanted characters. These are the newcomers who I guarantee could make it in Smash Brothers. Characters that should join the battle. Characters I think will join the next title when the next title approaches. WTF characters that would be very weird yet very good choices. Echo fighters of characters that are already in the tier list or already in Smash. Characters that work as assist trophies, and all these characters that are not going to get represented in my personal opinion. Especially Goku, especially James Bond. The only reason I'd say Goku would actually ever get represented whatsoever would be because they did a crossover of Smash Brothers with Shonen Jump and Nintendo characters only. But that should about do it. We are officially done with our tier list. And with that, we are basically done with my debut. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here, and I hope you guys are excited to see what other games when I do more game stuff on here. I had a good time. I had a really good time, and I hope you guys to see you soon. We'll be hitting a raid with someone, so thanks for dropping on by, tuning in. And until then, this is the Angel Star signing out from Star Jettison.